More gravel. We're back on this job where we brought in all the granite. Now we're had other things that I've had to take care of, so we're working on the gravel now. Wanting to hang up on him. Uh-oh. There it goes. I think we want to go wider on the chains. Can't go any slower. There we go. Yep, I think probably 2 links looser on the chains. Get this spread out. Go terribly thick with it in here, but just a little hesitant to just put 3/4 minus down on it because this is what they call 4-inch minus, and I think they've got a hole in their screen because we've got some stuff that's definitely bigger than 4-inch. This load looked pretty good though. Last load had way too many big rocks in it and not enough little rocks. Nice is the granite that we put down. It's not all too terribly sticky and stuff, so usually if I'm putting this stuff down over mud, I try to get some of it down before this load's gonna go a long ways. Try to put it down before I start so I've got something to run my tracks on, so I'm not tracking mud on the new rock. So like I say, this stuff's not too bad. It does stick a little bit, but to the edge. Just gotta leave that little bit so I can just blade that and roll it out over the edge. Which I don't know why I'm trying to fine-tune this, because we're going to be dumping another load right there, and he was here working on some plumbing stuff, and sounds like he's got the same thing I had week before last. It's not that much fun. little rock over the edge, because that will help keep that edge from washing. He really needs to get some straw spread out on that, because that will it keeps the stuff from eroding a lot more than people think it does. And I'm having troubles keeping my focus this morning and finishing my sentences. All right, that's about as far as I'm gonna do that for right now. So I'll wait for another load to get here. Got a deer sneaking in on me. I'm waiting for the truck to come back, and right there. Not sure what to think about me. Checking out the new goings on. They are goofy. Load number 2. Started talking before the mic picked up. Mic's working good again today. I don't know what the deal was with it the other day. It has little fits like that, and then I plug it into the computer and it's like it reboots something, and then it works fine. Got a pretty nice mix of fines and larger rock. This is more what I like. Goes away so fast. And it costs so much. I remember when I first started my business, which I keep wanting to say that wasn't that long ago, but that was over 30 years ago. I was paying $105 for a 10-yard load of gravel, which would be in the ballpark of about 14 tons. Waste a lot of the 4-inch over there, because nothing's going to be driving over there, and that's all virgin cut, no fill, and it's got a good layer of the granite on it. So I believe we will just put 3/4 minus on that. turn this pretty quick now. Oops, I was looking at what I was doing with the camera. And not what I was doing with the blade. Blade is more important than the camera. On my end. On your guys' end, the camera's probably more important. Lunchtime, I think I'm gonna ride along with Cameron and eat my lunch and not sit here with nothing to do for. It doesn't take me that long to spread the load of rock out, and I'm only running one truck, and that makes me sit here with nothing to do for a long time. Let's see. That to go all the way out. Scoop. All right, we'll keep at it here. This got us pretty close. He should be back here in just a minute with the other load. This is load number 4. Get that walked in, and I'll start heading up the hill now. I'll swing the other way. He built that neat little catch basin deal for the opening of the culvert. We don't want to he needed all the room that he could get for swinging the trailer through here, so that was the solution that we all came up with to keep the road width and still let water go where it needs to go. over again and just start blading. It was 31 degrees this morning. Chilly. Didn't have as much fog this morning. Usually when the fog comes in, it keeps it a little warmer, like around 33, 34 around in there, but this morning the fog didn't really lay in like it has been. Yeah, we're sure not getting the rain that we should be having this time of year, which is good because it's letting me get more work done. Some of these jobs I was really sweating whether or not I would get them done before the rain really hit. And we've had some, but not as much as we normally have by now. Walk all this stuff in. That's a lot better. Stuff's just big enough. His last spread, the tailgate was a little too tight. It didn't want to come out. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think we need a little bit more in there, but not much. Got the camera started a little slow because I started it earlier and I had it pointed down and it confused the camera and put it, the picture wasn't upright. Dark on me again. "12 after 4. Thin this up a lot. Trying to rob enough to kind of finish this little spot that, okay, that ain't good. Oh man. Rock got stuck on my blade and it hit the tail. One thing I don't like about the 6-weight blade, it's got a lot of places for stuff to hang up onto it. I try real hard not hitting my tail on stuff, and then the rocks and stuff get caught up on the blade, and it just pretty much sands off the lower part of the paint on the counterweight. So every so often I repaint it. Yep, it swings that way now. And when you swing around and the house jams up and doesn't want to spin, it's good to investigate things. Don't have that happen very often, but that isn't the first time I've had that happen. pretty good. Yeah, I gotta say, this low light setting that the DJI camera kicks into, I don't have to turn it on. It just comes on its own. When I was working at Mike's the other day, it was darker than this, and I was pretty impressed when I watched the footage of how much light it actually brought in. Put a little bit more in there. Oh, it's getting dark on me. Decided to make another little parking spot right here. That corner just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. And you got hillside like this. Any parking space is valuable. Kind of a little side hill, but trying to level it up a little bit. I'm driving over the edge. I don't know that I'm driving over the edge. Nah, I'm not. Sliding over the edge. There's a difference. Getting dark enough, it's really getting hard to tell grade. As long as I can see, it is better having the lights off than on. The lights being on gives so much glare. Proportion my rock to where I kind of end up even at the end. So it doesn't look funny. So there's nothing worse than funny looking rock. Not a very flat place, but this was definitely an afterthought. We were standing, me and Mike were standing here talking, different Mike, and that'd make a good parking spot. So now, it's gonna be a parking spot. Keep at it here, and I'll see if there's enough light to finish the video. All right, I broke down. Lights on. Track this in now, and we'll be ready for our 3/4 minus in the morning. Well, it got dark on us. I'm curious to see how looking through the camera, you can kind of see, but it definitely is darker out than what the camera's showing, so I'm impressed. But yeah, we've brought 10 loads of 4-inch in here. We got a little parking area built in there. Got the RV pad all rocked. Got the little center road done through there. And we got it rocked up there. We got everything ready for 3/4 minus in the morning. So yeah, coming out good. Happy with the progress, and yeah, we'll make her look pretty in the morning with the fine rock. So everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button. Go check my website out, reberpuredirt.com. We got hats, got the pen defenders. We're going to have hoodies here very shortly. I think they'll be ready by, I believe Saturday they'll be ready. So I'm kind of looking east here and can't see the west side where the sunset's actually happening, but we do have some pretty colors going on in the sky. So everyone have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow.